Welcome in. It is the ATB Show at the buzzer. You can check us out online at atbshow.com. You can join us there. You can subscribe, comment, like, share. We'd love for you to do all of that. We're brought to you by our dear friends Joe and Leslie and the whole crew over at AAA Work Trucks, where Rubber Shoes is working perilously to de-snow the space. Obviously, we closed our offices preemptively. Kaylee, who runs the universe, made that brilliant decision Thursday night at our company party. And then we announced that Friday, so we were closed Monday. And then Tuesday, I was off campus because we had an event with a group of our agents at a great place, by the way, if you're looking for a nice place to stop by and check out all the cool stuff. If you've ever been to Meredith, there's a place up there called Church Landing. No offense, Church Landing. You have been taken off the board. There's a place in Tilton called the Lake Estate on Winnisquam. On Winnisquam, which is beautiful. We were there yesterday for this event. Absolutely gorgeous, by the by. And I get here this morning. I'm all leading up to a point. I promise you it's coming. I pull into our parking lot this morning. You've both been here. And we look like we're in Tony Montana's apartment. The parking lot is covered. It's like it looks like a Mario Kart track. Like they've got the snow wherever it will fit. It's tiny lanes getting around the parking lot. It's crazy, the dump. And it looks like we're getting Saturday into Sunday. Hi, Arizona. If you don't have snow, we apologize. I'm doing New England weather. Saturday into Sunday, we're getting another maybe something, maybe nothing. Rubber Shoes just looked up and he saw a cyclone bomb, which is very exciting. So who knows? Yeah, get your Fritos. And your beer skis. What are you drinking? What is that? It's flat. What is it? What is it?
It's flat. No. I didn't say it's flat. It's good. It's Long Trail.
Oh yeah. I think I do. But does Long Trail? Après IPA. Yep. I do believe they make zero alcohol. I think I saw a Long Trail it's called something.
Those are for quitters.
Well, sign us up. We're both. Can we do a wellness check on Rubber Shoes? You good, dude? You all right?
He's posting that we're live.
I thought he was doing another. I thought he was looking at the European models. I mean weather. Steph's like, fine, take him, Svetlana, take him. Anyway, so we're gonna jump right into it. I don't know how everyone feels, but we're going to go right into the fact that the Bill Belichick did not get in on the first ballot, and that is certainly the soup of the day. I almost forgot, so credit to Scotty because he reminded me it was the soup of the day. So,
which, by the way,
hit me with what you think.
I was going to say it also got announced. I feel like right around when the show would be ending, if we did it yesterday.
Yes.
I feel like it was late afternoon. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but yeah, it was pretty phenomenal.
Perfect.
Obviously wearing the shirt, the I'm sad or whatever it is, all the emotions,
all his expressions. Yes, yeah. Well, he's being trumped. Sorry, didn't mean to trigger half the country. He's being trumped by Kurt Signetti though, because they're the same cloth. They really are. Like Signetti's got his happy he won the national title face. He finally smiled, but he's very Belichickian in his emos. So go ahead, talk to me.
I'll start. And everyone said the same thing. I don't think anyone's going to be shocked by this, at least from my perspective. It's a joke. It's absolute petty, just garbage that the folks that have this authority, and it's kind of been like the Hall of Fame process. It's kind of been a joke for a while anyway. But it just sets up so many bad things to happen going forward. It's terrible that he's not in. It's just absolutely awful. But then moving forward, when Andy Reid gets his number called, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer over Belichick? No.
Mike Tomlin? Will, though. They will.
Well, the thing, one of the people that brought up that, with Spygate and stuff, maybe he shouldn't go first ballot. Was Bill Polian, who got in on the first ballot.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And Polian, of all friggin' people, should not be running his damn mouth. And the funny thing is, and people were saying that too, it's like, he should have penance for Spygate and Deflategate. First, Deflategate, that wasn't, he came out immediately and was like, I have nothing to do with the footballs. That wasn't him. It was Brady and whatever.
Yeah.
And then the Spygate thing, I've always thought it was funny with Spygate is what happened after Spygate. they beat the hell out of everybody.
Historical run.
The table.
A historical run.
Yeah, like almost ran the full table, ran close to the table, F you Giants. But yeah.
What happened? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Lassie died in the end. Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. Spoiler alert. Jesus. Oh my God. Anyway, it's so infuriating. You have like guys on there that you could probably tell didn't vote for him. Polian, Dungy,
1000%.
Gorgeous. There's a few of them, right, that are going to be on there that hate him, absolutely hate him, and we're going to make sure that he didn't get in.
Somebody
to hear the said that Polian said that he has to wait for a year for penance,
and apparently he made that comment to several people, and that's sort of what infected the vote. Somebody, zero research. You're welcome, America. Somebody was questioned about their vote in particular, and it's somebody who's had beef with him. It's a beat writer who's had beef, or a national writer who's had beef with him. And he's like, you know what? It was this morning. I can't remember how I voted. So this is going to be interesting because in about 20 minutes, or 3 days, we're going to have it's almost like the night, which is fascinating. The night that Clemens struck out 21 or 20, it was 20. 20. We have to remember that the Celtics were in a playoff game and about 3 people were at Fenway Park that night. But if you ask generational questions, 80,000 people were at Fenway that night. It's going to be very similar. In about 3 days, probably, somebody's mathematically going to do a count and everyone's going to be like, oh no, I voted for him. Nobody wants to be at Tu Brute,
Polian came out and said that he was shocked that Bill didn't get in. And Kaylee, by the way, it's all Bill Belichick picture. She asked what I was wearing. It's the same face, but it's like different like emotions and stuff.
Yeah. But I've been out of a jersey. This is 3 weeks in a row. I've worn the exact same thing because some team keeps winning.
Oh, that's your show garb?
This is 3 weeks in a row. I've worn.
Is it unwashed, William? Are you unbathed?
Probably. I'm bathed. Yeah, I probably haven't washed this, and
I know, but do we have? Do you have a little bit of menin under the pits? Did you spray on some Axe for the wife? What are we doing?
No, I'm good underneath. It's just. I
know you are.
It's not It's not like touching my skin.
You're going off the rails so
it's
fast.
So good. Yeah, we're having man sex right now on the show. It's so good.
I said it last week that I wore this last week because they won, and so it will be.
No, I love it. I love it.
I'm fine with it. It has to be. Yeah, we're in the gap right now. I said to somebody this weekend, insofar as like because Scotty, and you're welcome to join us, but I don't think it's happening. We're doing a Rubber Shoes and myself and Maddie from Massachusetts. Gooch is coming up. We're just going to hit the pavilion on Sunday. The weather is not looking like it's going to make sense for the guys to come up from Massachusetts, so we're probably not doing it. And I was talking to somebody, I'm like, it's going to be a pretty chill weekend. And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, and it's what makes it worse is I got to figure out what shows I'm going to watch because there's nothing on. We are, and I know this is going to pain both of you because I'm not a college basketball guy. I got cut. Anyway, it's not my jam. So like we're going into the dark winter of like Sundays is like maybe you got a Bruins game on like a major network. There's that good Bruins matinee game on a Sunday. Other than that, there's golf. I'm lest I forget. But you're gonna click around. And CBS is going to be men's college basketball, 2 schools that I don't care about. Name any 2 schools that aren't Chestnut Hill. And the other channel, probably ABC, is going to be like the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese regional men's gymnastics final. And it's just like guys chalking up or men's figure skating. And I just want to, I want to be anywhere but in front of my TV at that point. So this weekend is
starting when?
Sooner than later. Like that's all coming up, dude. That's
we got the Olympics in 2 weeks.
And I'll watch that. I will watch that. Yeah. I will watch that. It's all the other rando stuff that like just the rando winter.
This is one of the
filling time sports.
Weekend.
Yes.
Oh, this weekend.
This weekend's just a little. It's a little weird. It's disappointing. Yes, there's no football.
Well, the best thing about Super Bowl weekend, other than the Super Bowl, is that
we don't have the rights. We have to say the big game.
Canadians play on Saturday and Sunday, 2 matinees that weekend.
Is that good?
look forward to it every year.
I never know which version we're getting. I really don't.
That's awesome.
What?
I really don't.
That's
It's like
amazing.
you go to your favorite restaurant, you're like, oh, the head chef's not cooking tonight. You're like, who knows what's coming out? Ratatouille. I have no idea what's happening. No idea.
Kaylee's poking the bear. She's like, there's got to be a good WNBA game on.
Adam will be watching it.
Yep, I will track one down. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I will drive down to Adam's house, 74. I can't give out the address. I promised I wouldn't. Yeah, I'll watch some WNBA. I'll track down some WNBA games for sure. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'm back to Bill. It's stunning.
Yeah,
stunning.
To close it out, it's ridiculous. It's petty. And honestly, what it I think ends up happening, and again, going to the future of it. Obviously, we know he's going to get in next year, and it goes to the point of like just they're going to have to review so much of the process, and I'm hoping they do, and it becomes a lot more scrutinized. And honestly, it definitely hurts the image for sure. I don't think they realize the blowback.
Our Lowell Studios just got something just happened.
Yeah,
he's like our Adam Schefter. I'm so excited right now.
I know he really is.
I'm getting screwed on the Canadians matinees because they're shut down for the Olympic break.
Oh, the Olympics.
So there's no hockey games that weekend.
Well, that's true, actually, yeah, because they go on break in like 2 weeks, don't they?
Yeah, why? So why did you think there were matinees?
Because there's always matinees on Super Bowl's weekend. That weekend.
Oh, yeah, but
the Canadians play every Saturday and Sunday Super Bowl weekend.
They're in Cortina, yes.
Except when they shut down for the Olympics.
Well, I mean, I'm heartbroken too. I really want to watch the Canadians play hockey.
Usually that's what gets me through to the Super Bowl is watch it because I can.
Bro,
watching.
I love you so much. Your reaction is so troublesome. The fact that you were like that was an audible gasp, and you don't have them on because they would ruin the juju. But that was like a clutch the pearls moment. That was an audible gasp, clutch the pearls moment. And I'm like, somebody died. Like he's about to announce that somebody really important died or something tragic happened in your family. And he's like, oh, I just can't watch shitty Canadians hockey. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. There'll be men chalking up. There'll be WNBA.
All hockey's Canadian hockey.
Stop. It was invented in Portugal. Anyway, back to Bill Belichick.
I think I said my piece. I'm just it's really disappointing, especially because obviously I was at the Hall of Fame a couple of years back. Want to go back again, but it also it does taint it a little bit for me too. It's it's complete garbage. It really is. It really sucks.
What I didn't do in my continuing journey of no research, I did see a little blip, a little push notification came across my phone a couple hours ago that Brady has chimed in on what happened. And I what did he say?
Well, not just Brady, but like Mahomes, JJ Watt, LeBron, like all these people, like they were the reaction. I don't think they realized how vitriol the reaction was going to be, but they should have. Go ahead, Billy.
Interesting. Yeah.
Shit. What was I going to
say? He's still disappointed about the hockey. Well, Maggie's here. Fantastic. What's happening?
Yes, Dr. Evil.
Oh, I don't think this was what I was going to say, but
he's going to say something anyway. I love this. What is happening? This is like potluck.
Like, I feel like he definitely should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I also, part of me is like, well, this is what you get for being a dick to so many people.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but that shouldn't. Yeah, that should.
People in the Hall of Fame that
there are people like Jim Rice got held out of the Hall of Fame because he was an asshole to reporters for so many years, and then he had to kiss their asses for once he retired to finally get put in. And it's like it's not right. Like the power that these people feel they have, like they're better than other people. I hate it. I hate the way that the Baseball Hall of Fame is done with the Baseball Writers Association. And you guys are so high on your stick that you think you're better than these people. It's like it drives me nuts. Like the Baseball Hall of Fame. Even Tyler said it. He's like, I can't stand him, but A-Rod belongs in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame. Roger Clemens belongs in the Hall of Fame, and now that Pete Rose is eligible, he belongs in the Hall of Fame. And is like the steroid era, they all were doing stuff against each other. So
everybody
still
was
the
doing
best
something.
of the
something
best
was happening
in their era, you know. So I feel like if we had news and social media like we have now back in, Ruth and Mantle, those eras and stuff, I'm sure they did some shady stuff back then.
Well, even during the Barry Bonds stuff, there would have been, even though it came out, there would have been more documentation. There would have been conversations recorded, pictures taken, videos taken, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead,
but
Scotty.
Even like that is all. I mean, there's evidence, I guess, but he's never been like proven guilty on anything. Barry Bonds,
You measure his neck. I mean, come on.
Oh no! I mean, it's obvious, but there's nothing like
categorical evidence.
These people are keeping people out of the Hall of Fame because speculation for most of these people.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, I guarantee Ricky Henderson did steroids. He was on that Oakland A's team with those guys.
Yeah. Yep. He was near the what did we used to say, Scotty, about the Doctor of Rock? There was so much weed it was unavoidable, right?
Yep.
So yes. I was backing away from one needle and I ran into another. I mean, that's really what most of these locker rooms were, Yeah. Go ahead, Scotty. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna add that Jimmy Johnson even jumped in and like talking about the Spygate thing, for example, right? And said that everyone did it. He's like, I did it. I tried. We actually had. He mentioned a gentleman's name that ended up working for Bill Polian and Tony Dungy with the Colts, and he's like, we brought him in because he actually knew how to try to like the spy, and he's like, dude, we didn't get a lot from it, but that's what we did, and then he ended up going over there. So Bill Polian has no business to be throwing stones from a glass house right now. He is a joke and just a petty little man that shouldn't even be on. I don't know why the hell he's on there, and I don't know why the hell he's also the conscience of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, because he shouldn't be.
Well, you
had Peyton Manning for how many years, and you won one bowl. You had Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and an insane defense, and you won
and didn't win any. Yeah, yes.
Get out of here.
You have to. Well, you have to remember too, and remind people. Bill Polian was on the competition committee, and after we had that AFC championship that we absolutely shut down Peyton and all of his wide receivers. Suddenly the hand check, all that stuff got voted out 20 minutes after the season was over. And then Bill, because he's awesome.
Ty picked up his boy 3 times.
Retooled. And then, that next game. It's so funny. I'm so old. I know. I didn't need to say that out loud. But watching some of these games, like remembering that I had my season tickets, like my last year without season tickets was the year of the Snow Bowl. And then I got my season tickets the year it opened, and I had them through 13. Like that 13-year window was ridiculous. And like I watch all these games now, and when I'm watching a game and it's like on the NFL Network, and they've got the black pillars on the side of the screen. I'm going to do it on my screen. Can I do it? Can I figure it out? Like that, it's 4-3. It's like boxed in. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? I'm looking at the crowd. I'm like, I try to look, because the TV never shows what we said, Scotty, right? Up in my old shitty 339 seats. But like in the grand scheme of things, it's so cool to think that we were like there for so many of those friggin' games. The one where, was it, you just said it and I apologize. Who had the 3 picks in one night? Who was
Ty.
Yeah, Ty Law. That game was just ridiculous. And I think it was that game. It was as soon as the Colts walked out, they started playing In the Air Tonight, and the music kicked in, and the snow started falling, and we were just like, this is going to be magical. I think it was that game, and that was just ridiculous. And the fact, and we're going to get there in about 30 minutes, the fact that we're heading back to another opportunity is just, we're so spoiled. It's so good. It's so delicious. But yeah, I think this, if nothing else, it hurts in the moment. It hurts on the surface. Bill, as unemotional as he is, I'm sure is like, he should be upset because he should be an absolute shoo-in. He has been electric with his record and everything he's done and all the people that got him there. And when he does go and make his speech, he will thank everybody involved because he's not a maniac. It would be really cool. It'd be interesting to see who he has introduce him. And I have to imagine if Parcells is still kicking around, it's going to be Parcells.
It's either going to be him or one of his kids, I would assume.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. What would be amazing? I think it's LT Parcells or
first ballot Hall of Fame has some questionable shit going on.
It's going to be Jordan.
No, honestly, my three guesses to your point. Yeah, it's LT, Parcells, or Brady. Brady would be amazing. That would be a hat tip.
Brady be spectacular.
Yeah, that would be a hat tip. That's
not going to be Kraft, I can tell you that.
It will not be. Yeah.
Well, so it's. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Isn't it funny
welcome back.
That the only leak is that Belichick didn't get in? We don't know if Kraft got voted in. Nothing else has been leaked out.
Interesting.
Which, to your point, Billy, makes me think he did. Because first of all, Polian and him are super close, right? Polian has been cheering for him for years to get in, right? And we all agree that Kraft should be a Hall of Famer. Obviously, he's a Hall of Fame owner, not even close. But I could also see Kraft being like, I don't want to share my spotlight with Bill. Make sure that he doesn't get up there. Now, is Kraft that petty and that much? Maybe he might have, or maybe they're having a couple of, scotches or whatever and getting a massage and they said, it'd be, I wouldn't, no, sorry, too far.
4 hands, 7 trophies, baby. 4 hands, 7 trophies. We're renaming the podcast. 4 hands, 7 trophies.
And so maybe he's just like,
oh,
did I lose him? Oh, you still here? Oh, he's back. You're back. Go ahead. Finish your thought. We lost all that.
We missed everything.
Yeah, you went Max Headroom, and then you came back. So finish your thought. Oh. Yeah, we're right here. I can see you.
Could you hear anything or no?
No, you froze.
Yeah, you froze. That's all. Go ahead. Say what you were saying.
I don't remember what I was saying. I don't know where I left off.
I don't know where I left off. Shut it down. Listen. I don't know where I left off. This might be where the bunny comes in.
The fuck is that?
Listen, dude, I gotta show you. I'll show you the other one. It's demonstrative of the fact that everyone in my life thinks I'm a child. This is my assistant from a few years ago, and she now goes to physical therapy, right down behind our building, in a van by the river. And it was right after Christmas, and she's like, "Are you in the building?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm in the building." She goes, "I'm going to stop by. I have something for you." So this was my belated Christmas gift. And she's like, "I saw this and I knew you needed to have it." So it's a Peep. Although if you're of a certain age, I thought it was a Pez dispenser when I was pulling it out. I didn't know what it was. And it's just, it's a little Peep bunny. And it's just, that's it. But she thought that I needed it in my life. So that stays on my desk. And then Nate got me something on a road trip a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not going to show you that. I'll show you that at some point. But it's made out of rubber. Looks like a chicken. I almost said cock, but I didn't see. I'm trying to be polite. There. What?
Said
Bruins. Go ahead, Bruins. Let's talk Bruins. Let's talk Bruins.
You're a child?
Yeah, knows you're a child.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Anyway.
Did you remember how you can look at the comments?
I've got them in front of me. I'm watching now. Yes. Listen, you guys are such dicks. You know how many windows I have open on? No, listen. Yeah, you showed up. You showed up. That's what you did. I have 87 windows open. You guys don't have the windows open that I have open. So things get piled on. I now know there's a comments and reactions window that I have to keep my eye on so I can see when my friends are berating me from somewhere else because she's not in the building. So she's safely at home making fun of me, which is fine. So yes, I have the comments open. I'm aware. I will fire back.
Yes, Bruins are playing well. 8-1-1 in their last 10 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they're rolling pretty good. The overtime game was fantastic because that's always
Pasta, man. Love that.
Yep.
I mean, they
They're
lost.
Actually, it's funny. I feel like what?
They lost in overtime to the Rangers.
No,
So
just
the national
last night or 2 nights ago, whatever it was. When was it?
Yeah, they just beat the Predators in overtime. No, I know, but the Predators game they won. They figured out the Predators game. That's what I'm talking about. The most recent game yesterday. Yes, thank you.
It was yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, Pasta scored, and
yes,
and it was like right away. Like as soon as like overtime hit, it was like I don't know, like 30 seconds in or something ridiculous. And,
when does the NHL break start?
I think next
for
Friday.
The Bruins, it starts on after the 4th. So yeah, next Friday. So yeah, so that's Wednesday. So a week from today, that's their last game. They have 3 games left until the break.
Okay,
and that's it. So, they have a game against the Lightning. Which what the hell is the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series? Are they in
they're playing in Tampa. They're playing down in Tampa at I think the Buccaneers Stadium.
How's that gonna work? It's gonna be like 65. Like I'm out here.
Same way it worked out for the New Year's Day with
that's the this is the Winter Stadium Series still going on, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like if nothing else, I'm glad they're getting this over with. Like I don't like what was the best one? I think the one they played at Michigan, obviously. I think the one in Ann Arbor when it was snowing and it was Red Wings, right? That was amazing. Like the Miami thing, cool, sort of, not really. Like let's get this taken care of. Like hockey in Florida.
Fenway was awesome. Fenway was really cool. To the Winter Classic one, that was awesome. But
yeah, anywhere up north where it's cold, and I know it's not a great fan experience, especially this week. You'd be like, I don't know if I want to go. It's the same as like, do I want to go to the Wasabi Fenway Bowl? No. Well, not as a spectator, not with free tickets, not even if University of Chestnut Hill was there. What are we doing? What's happening? Oh, he's showing his shirt.
Kaylee's asking about if I had the May shirt at the fire station. So that
of course you do.
There's the picture of it at the fire station. And
oh my God, his backup jerseys.
That's me.
Oh my God!
It at the.
He really is our.
Yes,
Kramer.
I did have it
amazing.
on.
This is amazing.
It's
awesome. My favorite. It's my favorite.
That note.
Yeah. Oh, number 2. I love number 2.
You have a better sound.
I wanted a confirmation that I had the May jersey on during the game. I'm just
yes.
You know,
he's
catering to our only fan.
What are we doing now? What are we drinking?
It's a Green Blaze. Still Long Trail, but Green Blaze.
Oh, you're still on Long Trail. All right, good for you.
I got a variety pack. I like their variety packs. Really good.
Yeah, I haven't bought any more IPAs. I bought it. I had Ginny to get it. What's that? Well, no. But no, there's
like breaking news.
No, I know. No, there's a whole like so many of the craft places are doing zeros.
IPA zeros?
1,000%, dude. Yeah, I got one over the summer when we were golfing, which is it's a weird. It's just it's interesting.
How does that?
And I never thought. I'll be honest with you. I never thought I would be like, I want the taste of a beer, but I don't want the alcohol. Yeah, like it's not even that. It's the same snap. Like you see all these people doing these things on TikTok. Like when you get like a Diet Coke or a Sprite from McDonald's, and there's a kid drinking a Sprite from McDonald's. He takes the first sip, and he's like, he gets electrocuted, and the whole drink explodes because they're so crispy. It's that taste. It's that crispy taste. Like that.
Have you had any of the Athletics?
Athletic is okay. The first time I tried one, I get to pick on Chestnut Hill University. It's like God. It's like God's just giving me a soft spike and setting me up for these. The first time I had the Athletic, which they have like an ale and they have an IPA. I think it was an IPA. I got it at Alumni Stadium. And of course it was like lukewarm. It was like, gross. It was somewhere in between. I've seen pictures of a refrigerator and I've been in a refrigerator, but she wasn't any, it was whatever that soft gooey middle was. So that was troublesome because it was like we went to very few games this year because it went so sideways so quickly and we just started sending people. It was one of the earlier games, and Alumni Stadium, when it's an early game, is like sitting in the tinfoil of a baked potato. So I'm sitting up in our seats under God's sun, drinking a warm beer, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like these. Then one of the guys that we golf with, JD, loves them, and he got one on the golf course, and I got one on the golf course pulled out of a cart surrounded by ice, and it was a completely different experience. That was my long answer. So they're good. But yeah, everybody's making all the zeros, dude. Like Scotty, so much stuff is happening with the beers.
I just need to find one that's 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs.
So that's my point. So like you're drinking it, you're still the calories are still there, right? So it's not like you're doing it for like weight loss. You're doing it because you don't want to feel the tingle and of whatever. And I know there's alcoholism and it's a terrible disease and all that. But like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around because like, I'm not like an alcoholic. I'm not like falling down. I'm pretty successful individual and get up, go to work and all that. Like I can have a couple of drinks at night and be okay.
Yep.
To me, that's where like I used to go on benders, Timmy knows, but I don't do that anymore.
That picture from Gillette is my favorite. Yes, we have to. Yes.
Where's the appeal though? Is like to me is like I'm gonna have like. Do I love the taste of like beer or wine or whatever? I do. I like it. But if I'm looking for something non-alcoholic, it's going to be, a water, an iced tea, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be an alcoholic type beverage or tasting beverage. Does that make sense? For me, it's just when
I stopped, I thought I was never going to want. And then I'd see a beer commercial. I'm like, okay, I got to go see if this is even worth it. So let me say this concerning that. At the top of November, I threw a 12-pack of Mick Ultra Zeros, which is banana water, right? Threw them into the cart on our weekly pickup, and I think I still have 9 left. So I'm not getting a 30 rack of Zeros and crushing them like a Barney, like they're just in the fridge. And every once in a while, rather than grab like the Starry Zero or the Sprite Zero or this that I'm like, once I'm done with my coffee, I'm just racing these or whatever. Yeah, it's just for the like, okay, I'll have one. But like, yeah, so it's not, but like out on the course, I'm still usually probably going to be, I'm drinking like a sports drink or I'm drinking water.
I've been tempted with the zeros.
Yep.
But I'm like, I don't want the carbs. So, but
I got you.
Have you had a Guinness Zero?
Everybody says they're dope. Everybody says they taste great. And I know I'm making Scotty's brain scramble because he's like, but there's no alcohol.
I want to try one so bad. Well, actually, there's some alcohol. I think the zeros are technically, I think they're like 0.009% alcohol.
It's negligible. Like that. Yeah. Well, that's just it. Like if I'm at somebody's Christmas fiasco and they're like, I made rum cake, but I know you can't have any. To Scotty's point, I'm not going to suddenly start twitching, load up a magazine into a gun and go on a fucking bender at the mall. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like I just made a choice for myself that I was sort of done. And and at this point it's gamified and I'm in year 3. So why would I not keep going?
I'd like to add, you took my point to a very dramatic end.
What? The shooting in the mall? Oh, yeah. I just said shooting in the mall.
By the way, or closing, so we don't really have one.
Well, so you could probably go down there and get away with it. Yeah. Like, listen, it's on the way home. Though I don't have concealed carry, so it's at the house. I'd have to go to the house and get it and come back. That's not a good idea, especially in this weather. In this economy, who has the money for extra bullets? I need them for when the revolution starts. Oh, the fact I'm still employed is crazy. It really is. So in the grand scheme of things, it's more of a just like, I'll go for one. But it's not, but the IPA, it's incredible how they make them taste. To Rubber Shoe's point, yes, there is a negligible amount of alcohol and I'll be okay. That being said, the Mick Ultralight Zeros are 29 calories, dude. Dude, look at you, brother. Like we're on different health journeys. Like I'm Fatosaurus Rex and you're like going to the gym every day. So there's that. But in the grand scheme of things, they are absolutely, super low calorie. But everybody said the Zero Guinness are really good.
Yeah,
and I think Guinness get a bad rap anyway because everybody's like, "Oh my god, they're like a chocolate shake." No, they're not. They're one of the lightest beers anyway.
Oh, well, I know it's it's a big Guinness. Popular thing. So, what's his name? Spider-Man has his own non-alcoholic brewing company that that he just came up with, like a brew boy or something like that. I can't remember.
Really?
I'll send you guys a link or whatever. But I've seen a bunch of clips of, because he had some trouble with alcohol for a little bit. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, you're like 26, but at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I get that. Never mind.
Sure.
But he decided to be like, relatively mature about it, unlike me.
Yeah.
And he's come up with this, this way to, and I'll send you some links. It's a very cool story and it's very awesome. But anyway, Jason Tatum may not come back. I'm just sorry.
Let's get there. Let me say this concerning that though, real quick before we go to Tatum. What's funny, and it's going to happen. I've got dinner with the crew next Tuesday. So when we go out, it's me, Kales, and Susanna and JV. And I find myself more often, like I've figured out in my head, like it's basically for me like Sprite and cranberry, and I'm good. That's my going out and having a drink with when everybody else is getting cocktails. And the girls are always just like, get a mocktail. And I'm like, so I'm going to get a fucking $30 whatever they invented that is the same as me getting, like I could get a Shirley Temple. Like, I'm not down it. I love the fact that most restaurants are very aware. They're having good beer selections. There's every category of alcoholic cocktail now you can get in a zero alcohol version, which is dope. The mocktail to me is, I think personally, one of the weirdest things you could decide to do. At most restaurants, we go to nice restaurants. We treat ourselves. Treat yourself. We go to nice places. So a mocktail at like the place we're going Tuesday, I guarantee it's going to be like $15, $18. And my Sprite and Cran is going to be $3.50 or whatever. So like to me, that's just maniacal. It
is.
But when they make it taste like a cocktail, sure, I get it, but I'm not that worried about it. I'm happy to. But if I'm going to go get dinner, I'm not drinking a glass of water. I'm getting something. And to me, it's Sprite, Cran, and pineapple. And the funniest thing, I probably told you guys this story. The first business trip we went on when I wasn't, and everything ended. We're downstairs at a bar. I forget. Oh, it was the Bruins were in the playoffs. So all the massholes are like hanging out. We're in Texas, and all this is going on. And of course, we're in Round Rock, which is north, actually, ironically, north of Austin. But yet a lot of the service industry is still, English is a second language. I'll say that much. So Nate goes up, he goes, what do you want? And he goes, because Nate's frustrated. He's waiting for me to start drinking again. Nate, you boys love Nate. And I just looked at him. I'm like Sprite and Cran. So he says to the girl, Sprite and Cran. So she pours me a Sprite and she poured me a Cran.
Oh my God.
Awesome. And everybody's looking at me, and I'm double fisting that. And one of our dear friends, Matt Erdman, he's like, bro, you stopped drinking and you're still double fisting. I'm like, I know, I can't help it. So I'm drinking the Sprite down, and I'm adding the cranberry. I'm like, this is amazing. Yes. So if you ask certain people, if you don't say Sprite with cranberry, when you say Sprite and Cran, I get 2 drinks out of it, which is, it's all happening. Rubbish shoes. I love that you did zero research for the Celtics. I'm the NBA insider. I love this. But Scotty, run with the story. It's pretty interesting, the comments he made, that if he was in Memphis playing and doing what he's done thus far, there would be a statue outside of the arena.
I mean, he's not. I don't think he's necessarily wrong when it comes to that comparison. It's really, and the point more is, and people have hung up on that part of the quote.
Sure,
which is like if you was in Memphis,
they're catastrophizing it. Yes.
Oh my God, he's trashing Memphis basketball. I'm like, you've been around 4.5 seconds. Move along. It's more of the latter half of the quote, which is like, I'm trying to chase Larry Bird. You look up at the rafters, Bill Russell, all these guys that have laid the foundation of the Boston Celtic basketball. That's what we're trying to get to, and then he makes the declaration of I may not come back this year because, and he says I think about it every day, because obviously the team second place in the East, right? They found a rhythm. They're playing good basketball. JB's having an MVP like season.
Don't want to screw up the juju,
and that's really what it is. And 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 he's like, I think about it almost daily, and so he may not come back. And I think we've all been very vocal of like, yeah, we expect him to be back.
When is he back? Not if he is back, right?
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. And I was completely shocked, and almost to the point of like, if he does not come back, I understand his reasoning. However, what's the confidence level I have for this team to go and win a championship? To me, it definitely lessens without Tatum in there. And Billy, I want to know your thoughts on this a little bit, because if Tatum decides not to come back, that's obviously his choice, but do you think we can win a chip without him?
No, I don't. I was thinking, how we're sitting right now, adding Tatum, and they have to do something. They have to bring another big man in somehow.
Our Steven Adams pick, by the way, went away today. He had surgery. He's out for the year.
Oh,
yeah, he had surgery in his ankle.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't, because I think Brown's playing his ass off and carrying them right now, and come playoff time, it gets ramped up. It'll be hard for this team to hang with other teams that have more.
Well, wasn't it also, we talked about this last year when they were in in the playoffs, they looked exhausted, and we talk about how many games this team and that core had played over the last 3 seasons, and especially Jaylen Brown, right? JB, who's obviously phenomenal shape, kid's a stud, love him to death, but like, he's played a lot of basketball, and to be able to carry this team far in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Now, you look at the East, the only team that's a legit contender, if they keep their mind right, is Detroit, in my opinion. I don't think I'm going to piggyback on Tyler's call from last year. Cleveland doesn't have it, right? Indiana is not even going to come close to sniffing the playoffs. And then you have, the Sixers. Okay. And then, so there's really nobody out there that's not, no one's really
trust
the East is wide open for them.
It is. It totally is. And if we are able to add JT back in, to me, it makes us the immediate favorite. But at the same time, I wonder also if he's saying this, and this is a theory, I've heard none of this. This is I've not heard anybody, Windhorst or anybody like that. I'm wondering if there was maybe a minor setback, or maybe he's not super comfortable yet. And maybe that's the reason why he's like, look, they're playing great without me. Maybe I hang back. And just maybe because he wants to, take his time and make sure that he is fully comfortable.
Yeah. It could be a thing where he doesn't want people asking like every week, so when you coming back? When you coming back? When you coming back?
Right.
So he lays it out like that. I could see that being the reason why he said that. I hope that's the reason why he said that.
Yeah.
I will say this.
If he doesn't come, that's a bummer, because I thought if they stay healthy the way they are now and add JT to the mix for the playoffs, I was gonna be really excited.
Yeah. The Giannis Antetokounmpo trade buzz is insane. Giannis is officially on the market, and
is he out for 4 weeks?
Yeah, he is, but someone's going to trade for him. They're still going to bring him in, and right now it's Knicks, Heat, Warriors have I guess according to Windhorst, the most attractive package that they can send. Obviously Kuminga and a few others.
Haven't seen Billy's package.
You were just fawning over Billy 45 minutes ago. Anyway,
so much more. I got so much more.
Oh my god,
yeah, so much more.
Anyway, but yeah, so depending on what happens there, that could make the East a little bit more difficult. If he ends up going to the Knicks for less, for Josh Hart or something like that, and a couple of players or a Miles Bridges, obviously that makes that team a lot better. Having a big three like Brunson and Cat and Giannis, whatever. I don't know how it would work, but anyway, it would just make things a little bit more difficult for the Celtics. And then you definitely would maybe that changes his mind of coming back. So it's an interesting quote. It definitely garnered some headlines, and it's a wait and see situation at this point. We're all coming up to that mid-February thing where like you said earlier, Timmy, nothing to watch, but it's also like it's all-star break and, all that stuff that's happening, trade deadline. So things are going to definitely begin to shape, in the next like 3 weeks. So
do you think
we'll see what I feel like March we'll really know if Tatum's coming back.
Do you think it's completely off the bend to suspect that is he talking and he's not, he doesn't mean it in his immediate statement, but do you think there's an absolute chance in hell that he doesn't come back at all? Like we get to the off season and they move him because they want to rearrange money and just change their approach? Or do you think you think they're both long-term? Okay.
I do, especially the way Brown played this season. I think if you're new ownership, you have like thoughts of like, oops, sorry, you like smack my own freaking microphone. You have thoughts of like, oh my god, the two of them together. Holy shit, like that's
sure.
What if we had the two of them together? We've got the best record in the entire league right now.
Yep.
Oklahoma's got, they've only lost like 8 games, but anyway. But you know what I mean? Like the way that JB stepped up and stuff, and obviously he changes the dynamic. But unless that new ownership buys into, you can't have them both in the same team. Like in that whole talk that's been going on for so long. For me, I don't think that's legitimate. Never have. I think you can have them both, and you can be very successful. Obviously, they won a championship with them both, and I think they're going to keep that kind of those two at least together. Obviously, Pritchard's still under contract. I think Sammy's probably gone after this year. There's definitely going to be some moves, but I think Tatum and Brown and Double P will. Those three off the top of my head will definitely be here and a few others, but and obviously Jordan Walsh and the younger kids and stuff like that too. But yeah, but it's honestly the season a lot.
I heard rumors of possibly Robert Williams III.
Did you see him the other night? It was good to see him back, man. It was awesome.
I've heard rumors of them trying to get him back.
Well, Portland's seems to be a decent trade partner for the Celtics.
Yeah, I love that the beast from Maine has been getting some playing time. Amare Williams.
Oh yes. I was for a second. I thought you were talking about Cooper Flagg. I was like, what? He's been playing and he's playing like legit, dude.
Yeah,
he is, and that's the thing too. I give Mazzulla a lot of credit. He has been able to get more out of these kids than I think. I wouldn't say that their talent allows, but like he's getting a lot out of them, and it's very impressive. It really is. And everyone works really hard, especially the younger guys. They're working hard on both ends of the floor when they get their opportunities. Garza's been amazing when he's getting, he's gotten his chances, and Williams is now coming in, and it's been super fun to watch. It has been a really fun first half of the year, a lot more fun than I think I anticipated. I thought it might be a little bit more of a struggle. But yeah, they're having it's been fun. I've watched majority of the games this year. I've missed a few, but I've watched the majority of them, and it's been a lot of fun.
All right, I'll ask the question: is Drake May broken? Let's go there. let's start there.
Why is not drinking if he is back? No,
I don't think so.
I pray not. Coach's answer yesterday on Boston Sports Radio was nobody's 100%. That's how he answered it. Very diplomatic, of course. The conspiracy theorists are saying, well, when he was handed to Lamar Hunt, he raised it with his left arm, and there's the shot too where he's on the field, and the Queen of the North comes up, and she's like, "Drake, you're going to the Super Bowl," and I think she hits his throwing arm, and he was sort of just doing like an expressive like sort of blowing the air out, and it was sort of like, wow, it's cold out here, but people are saying like, oh, she hit his arm and he like reacted to it or whatever. I think it's a whole bunch of nothingness, quite honestly. I think it's a story they're trying to latch onto because we got to kill 11 days. But
so I mean, he was put on the injury report today.
With what?
Limited right shoulder.
Huh.
Okay. So there's two things.
He got crunched, yes.
The right shoulder looked pretty good on that stiff arm to get us to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. That looked fine. That's one. Two, he was also concerned because he couldn't find his family when that whole scene when Queen of the North comes up to him, and because right before that shot is like he asks her, is like, where is everybody? She's like, I don't know, I was trying to text him or call him and I couldn't reach him. And then she's like, but you're going to the Super Bowl or whatever. And I think what you said, Tim, like that sigh or whatever, I think is more
it's
like
him, like, where are they?
being,
yeah,
it's a relief, but also like a little bit of stress of like, where's my family? You know?
Yep.
And he's such a family oriented guy, and I think that's like obviously a concern. I definitely think that Vrabel spoke truth in the fact that no one's healthy at this time of the year. I definitely think that. There's also Ian Rappaport did report, by the way, did a little bit of research, that I know it's against the rules, that Drake's actually had this issue going back right before the divisional game. He actually took a shot during the the Los Angeles Chargers game. There we go.
It is San Diego. Doesn't matter. They're all plastic teams. Nobody made it.
He took a shot during that game that kind of tweaked it a bit. And he's kind of been playing with it since then. So he's actually had this, issue, whatever you want to call it, discomfort, etc. I'll tell you, it didn't look bad when he threw the pass to Mac Hollins. It didn't look bad. You know what I mean? Like, look, I think he's banged up. I think everyone's banged up. Did he make a couple of throws that, probably could have been more accurate or would have been more accurate in September? Sure. Everyone's like that, though. You know what I mean? Go Steve McDarnold there. He's going to be the same way. He's not 100%, so it's a thing where, like, I'm not, when it comes to that portion of the story of the Pats getting to the Super Bowl, I'm not going to hang my hat on that. You know what I mean? Now, are we underdogs for, legitimately? Hell
1000%. 1000%.
That Seattle team is no joke. Do I think they're better than the 2014 Seattle team? I don't. I think the 2014 Seattle team defensively is better. I think their offense is better. They have a very similar running back in Walker that they had with Marshawn Lynch. Similar, not exactly the same. Marshawn Lynch to me is a Hall of Famer. We got to see how Walker's career ends up. But, and then obviously from our offensive perspective, we don't have Brady, right? So it's an uncomfortable feeling going in. And I know the initial spread was like 4.5, and I was shocked that it was 4.5. I was like, we're going to be 7.5 underdogs, like off the jump. But I don't know. I don't know what it is now. I have to look it up. But
from a quarterback standpoint, and God bless Darnold, because he's reinvented himself and he's clicking away right now. What I do love, and I've always talked about this, like I've always been annoyed back when it was like almost a consistency that the Patriots were always going to be flirting with the duck boats. I would always say to Janina, like, if we're gonna split with the Bills or we're gonna split with anybody, I always wanted to lose that last game. So you had the juju going into the playoff game that you owed them, like you were due the next win. So the way I'm looking at this is, yes, Darnold's playing well. I think he's swinging above his weight. There's no denial there. And I think he's due for, and this won't happen because it's us and it's the playoffs. It'll be a 3-game. It's going to be a 3-point win. In either direction, it's going to come down to what it always comes down to, 3 to 1 point, which is horrifying and yet fun, sort of, maybe. He's due to have a shitty game, if we're being honest. And we haven't seen the best of Drake yet. And I'm sort of loving that. He's and I'm not going to say what people were calling Mac. Remember when Mac was quarterback and people were like, Mac Jones is a passenger on this offense. He's just stepping into a vehicle that's, like there was a lot of passenger talk with Mac Jones. Like, is he actually, doing anything, all this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that's where Drake is. Drake is doing all of the things. He's making the right calls. He's managing pocket. He's running when he should and all this stuff. But we just he hasn't had the game in which the game is over and every different network is talking about how great he is. He's still getting they got by. And I think when the planets align in a couple Sundays, I think we get to the point where Darnold's not his best self. And I think the defenses are maybe going to cancel each other out, and Drake May is going to make 1 or 2 more plays and have a banner day. I think we just haven't seen his best game yet. in this playoff run. And I love that we haven't. He's saving the best for last.
I've got lots to say, but
yes.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Rubbish is like, go ahead.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. The funny thing is, first of all, to your point, Timmy, the first 3 games of this postseason is historical because Drake May just beat the 5th, the 5th, the 1st, and the 3rd best defense, or second or best, 3rd or 2nd best defense in the NFL. Right? No one's done that before. No one's beaten a top 5 defense in 3 straight games to make it to the Super Bowl. Now they face, I think, the number 2 defense. But at the same time, you're facing them in Santa Clara. You're not facing them in a blizzard. You're not facing them in ridiculously cold weather, etc.
Or
right?
with the 12th man. Yes.
Right.
The 12th man will travel, but it'll be different.
Exactly. But so will Pats fans.
Yeah.
Pats fans, I think, are going to travel a lot more than people expect.
There'll be a Barney festival down there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, guy. Yeah, guy.
We're going to get down there. We're going to scream, Drake May, baby. Anyway, it's just, so it's.
How many I love Drake May t-shirts on there?
Oh, my God. So many. So many.
Like 1,000.
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be ridiculous. But, it's so funny because during these 3 games, to your point, he's made a lot of plays. And the first 2 games was, oh my God, he can't take care of the football. What did he do Sunday? Took care of the football, right? No turnovers, took care of the football, didn't turn the ball over. And then everyone's like, well, he didn't get very many yards, but he did run a little bit, but he didn't do enough. What are we talking about here? Like it was an insane blizzard. It was obviously really, really tough. That Broncos defense we all knew was legit. It's an insanely good team. So yeah, I mean it was a tough place to play. Oh, by the way, he's 23. Give the kid a little bit of break. And 4 weeks ago we were all debating whether or not he was going to be the fucking MVP. So give the kid a fucking break here. Jeez, right. It blows my mind how people like immediately have that switch of on and off and stuff when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL and stuff. Has he played his best game? No, obviously, Timmy, you said the exact word. But our defense has had this massive chip on their shoulder for weeks now, hearing about the great offensive lines that they've had to face, but also they've had to sit there and listen to everyone else talk about how great everyone else's defense is. We've been talking on the show for weeks. This is a top 10 defense. Nobody talks about them.
Yeah.
And yet, look what they've done.
Yeah, here we are.
Like 8 points a game. 8. I mean, Seattle just gave up a 30 burger. You know what I mean, or whatever it was. I can't remember what the final score was. But come on, like it's just okay. I mean, they made Brock Purdy look really bad, right? Oh well, no, that's no. Well, Brock Purdy, he was there. Everyone's injured on that team. That's more Seattle than it is him. Don't worry about that. It's like what the hell are we talking about? So. I agree, Tim. I think it's going to be a really close game. We'll do predictions next week, but yeah, I'm not ready to do that yet. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week. I will say that Sean Payton's first ballot Hall of Fame may have gotten dinged a little bit, and that Bill doesn't get any, he doesn't get it. But anyway, without when he didn't kick that field goal there at the mid second quarter. I will say. There's been debate about, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this real quick. The weather. Nance came on the broadcast. He didn't go, hello, everybody, but it would have been nice if he did.
Yeah.
But he just came out and said, we have a beautiful day here in Denver. It's perfect, sunny, and blah, blah, blah. We might have some flurries later. So from my perspective, I didn't expect a blizzard. And I don't think Nance and Romo and those guys did either. Do you guys think Peyton and the coaching staff in Denver or even New England knew that was happening?
No, not at all. And Vrabel yesterday morning was talking about the fact he's like the snow was one thing for sure, and he goes and the fact that we went on the all whites, the crispy all whites, was an advantage obviously because they were like hiding in ghillie suits, and he's like it was the wind. He goes, the wind that you could see the snow moving around. He goes, but the wind was really incredible. And he never puts on anything. He put on a knit hat, then pulled his hood up. Like he hunkered down even on the sideline. So I don't think anybody realized that the weather was going to get to where it was at all. and they weren't ready for that. And yeah, I mean, it's a great reminder too. They were playing in a shit show of a storm in that second half, and he maintained it. And that hustle for him to hustle and get the first down to end the game was just fantastic.
And then you find out later that was his number. He called it. Like no one knew.
He saw the break and he's like, I gotta go get this done. I want to ask you guys too, because I've been, quietly annoyed, and I love him, and I hope he doesn't. I don't think at this point he's going anywhere in this coaching cycle, and he's pretty much said that he wants to stay in New England. Josh is killing me with the 3 yards in a cloud of dust, like the Raymond Berry draw play that I've been bitching about for 60 years. I don't know why we continue to run that against these ridiculous defenses. And I know you have to test it, but I feel like we've been going, and they talked about it too. Like we're going first down, second down, third down, and first down, second down, forcing the third down long, 8 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards, 11 yards, because he gets bumped up or something. But like the imagination, and we're getting to the point, like check your watch, like, okay, what are you saving it for? Like what are we, like, if we've got a bag of tricks, we need, I don't want a lot of gadget plays. I thought I call it the flake flicker. I love that in a snowstorm they threw a fly flicker. That was fantastic. Like I'm like, that is fantastic. That was so good. I don't need a bunch of gadget plays. Like let's win it with 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Let's play honest football in a couple Sundays. But the draw play is killing me. It's like, I don't know. If I'm a madman, tell me I'm a madman, and I know I am. So skip around that and find something else to call me. But what the fuck?
Billy, you want to go first? Do you want me to
go? The plays that are driving me nuts are the screens that go nowhere.
Yes. Yep. Because because like the linebacker's already shaded over, and like it's getting blown up before it starts.
Yeah. They're not a surprise. I think everyone knows when Josh is calling a screen, because they seem to be right on it every time.
Yep.
Yeah, they're way too slow developing, and
yes,
it's not inventive at all. I will say that, you typically run the ball in the middle, if you're going to have Jack West over in there and he's going to, they're running an I formation and stuff like that, you set up a play action. I think that this shows a bit of lack of trust with Nick Benito or with Will Campbell going against Nick Benito and some of the edge rushers that they've had to face over the last 2 games. And with what happened against, with Campbell and Moses the week before, where Drake had those turnovers and stuff, I think he was like, I'm not doing that. We're not going to do a lot of play action fakes. We're not going to give him a lot of drop back throws and stuff where the rush can tee off. We're going to try to, really move the football in different ways. With that being, and you saw, like, dude, how many underneath patterns? I mean, I think Diggs got like 5 catches for 18 yards. You know what I mean? Like it just, everything was super short. They didn't really give him a chance to go long, because I think they were just worried about the pass rush, rightfully so. That the Broncos had more sacks than anybody in the NFL last year or this past season. So, rightfully so. I get that, but yeah, it was a frustrating ass day. Ryan Stoney had actually texted and was like, "Did McDaniels make the trip, or is he napping in the locker room? Like, what are we doing?" Like,
because one of the battle cries from Vrabel is no naps. I'm like, it was putting me to sleep, and I just frustrating. Like we're putting ourselves in that position, and it really was like, just eat some clock and kick it back. Because I mean, at the end, he said toward the end of the game, he's like, they can't do anything. We'll give them the ball, and if they don't do, they don't go, and we're good. And like, the trust in the defense is great, and I feel like we have the pieces for a great running game. And I'm saying all that. Let's give Ramondre his flowers. He's been a workhorse. Like, he's been a workhorse. He's been great. I'm not going to say anything more than that, because I don't want to have the juju out there for the like. He's just been great. Let's just say, I want to leave it right there. It's been fantastic to watch. But I have the draw play that's just, he's sort of butt fumbling into remember the butt fumble play? The Jets, wasn't it? The Jets, was it Thanksgiving night or something or whatever that was? Like that. It's like we're running into our own guys. It's like the brotherly what the fuck, not the brotherly shove. I was just like, what are we doing? And that just leaving us in a position, especially in that second half, where I think we knew we weren't going to throw, but like you were forcing him to throw 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. And like, what are we doing? Like, it's setting him up for failure, you know? I don't know. Fascinating to me, but
I don't think you'll see it as much like that in the Super Bowl. I feel like and they ran the ball really well, especially at the last 4 or 5 games of the season. You know, Mondre we talked about on the show, he was white hot going into the playoffs. You'll still see it during the Super Bowl. I think they'll, given obviously the weather and everything too, you know, being in California, he's going to let it rip a lot more. I think he will.
You know, so it's interesting because it rotates back and forth. AFC is the home team. So the Patriots get to pick their uniforms first.
Yeah, they already said they're going to wear the whites.
They're going Krispies, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I did see someone post, like, would have been amazing if they, like, the Pats had gone with, like, the Pat Patriot and the red, and the Seattle would have gone with those, like, the blue old school ones from, like,
Steve Largent.
The Steve Largents, yes.
That would have been amazing.
And Aiden made a great point. Both of these teams, and I'm shocked the NFL isn't doing it, both of these teams were amongst the 8 teams that got rivalry uniforms. And the fact that you could send those 2 teams out in their rivalry uniforms now, if you look up the Seattle rivalry uniforms, they are garbage. They're terrible. But that would be pretty cool. But I love that we're going out in the frosty whites. The one thing I wish they would do, and nobody's listening, but that's okay. I would love for them to go out in the frosty whites and go with the white base helmet. And then put the Flying Elvis on the side of the white base helmet. I think would be, if they were white head to toe, like just lose the silver helmet for that one uniform. You know, I don't know why they don't do it. Like that would look amazeballs. But yeah, I'm super psyched for that. We will make predictions next week. I do believe we are back next Wednesday. Does Wednesday work for you ladies next week? Can we pull that off?
Wednesday works for me.
Yeah. Scotty. Yeah. Perfect. All right. We're back Wednesday. We will see if we get, I don't know. Like Corey's changed. Corey's Instagram handle is "Where in the world is Corey?" So I'm just going to leave. That's a question we're asking. He's stuck in hair and makeup. Adam's in hair and makeup, but the 3 of us will be back for Uncle Duke's in beautiful downtown Maine. Rubber Shoes in the L.A. area. I was going to say the Los Angeles area. Don't mind me. The L.A. area. Beautiful downtown Lowell area. If you see a fire hydrant in the greater Lowell area that has not been unshoveled or uncovered, you're probably going to see Rubber Shoes in the next 24 hours. You've been on snow removal for a week now?
They're all done.
You're all done. Oh, you're all done. How many fire hydrants are in Lowell? This is a bonus question before we leave.
So my district that we had to
I love this.
Do. So the district that my truck takes care of, there was 130 hydrants.
You poor bastards. That's a lot of.
That's one truck. Every truck except the rescue has a hydrant district
of about 130 each.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Some of them were buried.
Yeah, I can imagine, dude. I can imagine. It's crazy. And we're probably getting more this weekend. All right. We'll be back at it next Wednesday for Uncle Duke's and Rubber Shoes and myself. We'd love for you to hang out with us. You can do that at atbshow.com. You can like and subscribe and share and comment. For Joe and Leslie and the whole crew at AAA Work Trucks, have a great week.